we go now.
You know,
There we go.
I'm getting one of these lights. Are you
I
kidding?
know, man. I need one of those ring lights. I
Dude,
look like
these lights are like making me shine. It also could be the skincare treatment. You know,
the
Oh my
exfoliating
God.
treatment you got.
you
Came
know,
from the nail doctor.
yeah, you know, like there's a sheen to my hair even, you know, I don't, you know, it's like, can't beat that.
You don't look malnourished. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's like, if I have to deal with another community member talking about mainnet 2.0, I'm gonna get her away.
Are we still capped at 1,000, or is that like
It's the glass ceiling.
glass ceiling? Yeah,
The glass ceiling, then Willy Wonka appears.
that's right. That's right.
Does anybody get the reference? I don't know. Could be a little obscure. You know, Matthias is on
Well-
Wall Street. Biggles is, I don't know, in Royal Tenenbaum's home.
Well, the bad thing is we can't say that we are paling in your comparison, Ben. It's the other way around.
Oh man, it's been a while since we've done a hypergraph. One of the last one was Diggles presenting a little news that we had.
Yeah, everybody's still having a cigarette after that one.
Man, I became a chain smoker, so I got jokes for days.
He
But
does,
they
he
stay in real
does.
life. They just have to listen to them here.
That's it.
Somebody recently told me I have dad jokes. I don't know how I feel about that.
Wow.
My dad's jokes are really long. They're like 10 minutes long, and you're just like,
Are they
Can't-
good? Because I wouldn't deal with it.
Oh.
I'd be like, Dad, you're done. I'm out.
he's really big on details, which is so weird because I'm not, right? And it's just like, he's like, then I went, you know, up this hill and there was rocks on the hill and there was a bear. What's the punchline? By then you don't even care.
Yeah. He's like, the punchline is I wasted your time.
Oh,
Conditioned for clickbait.
yeah. Well, man, okay. You know, I feel like look at this, trickling in at 471.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think you're ready to go, buddy. This is
Yeah, should we just start this?
Yep.
Yeah, you know, what's fun today. I'm going to introduce like news that everybody thinks that I'm going to wait till the end to talk about, which is kind of fun to just kind of throw a little mixer at it. But welcome to Hypergraph Hour. I'm sure all of you have been here before. If this is your first time checking in, this is like a coffee talk, fireside chat. It's a fun way to get to know the founders, our community, what we have going on. There's so many different things going on that we started this as a program to just like educate people and be relatable and kind of stop all the shilling and hype and really just talk about our tech, what we're doing from the business side of things. And it's actually a really fun time for us to get involved with the community because we build up so many efforts in an effort to express what we're doing to you all. And today is, you know, we have so much fun news coming out over the course of the next month. We had last month, we had Lattice Launchpad, we had Alchemy go live. Benjamin Diggles announced our contract with the DoD. We're on calls with them every other day. Some of the most fascinating stuff where we have, I mean, upwards of 15 people on every call solving some really, really big problems. And I think that's gotten in Constellation into bringing in deep tech, you know, people that are really big into deep tech. And it's really fascinating to see that. And what we're going to talk about today is a company that really kind of shifts the whole perspective of crypto, shifts social networking, shifts the brand of Constellation in a way that I'm like beyond ecstatic about. Like, and it's going to invite not only a lot of fun into our ecosystem, but rather big names into our ecosystem. So today, you know, we're going to be introducing a new company that we're incubating. We've already spent several months building out their token model. It's a real world business. And I'm just so excited to talk about it because it's something so different that nobody's seen come. So right now I'm in Venice Beach, California, at the company's headquarters right now, which is kind of fun because I have like an Instagram light, I don't know what you call it, but it makes me look pretty. And as Benjamin says, 20 years younger or something like that. So it's really fun. But to begin, I kind of wanted to set a tone around a lot of chatter in the channels around mainnet 2.0. And there's a ton of conversation going on what's going to happen with mainnet 2.0. There's some people like conspiring. There's people speculating on what it is. And I'm here to tell you that everything is on time with mainnet 2.0. It is brilliant. I've seen cross-chain swapping from DAG to Ethereum. I've seen it demoed. It's really, really brilliant. But I want to just set expectations on what's going to be happening come the end of September. We're going to be doing a Hypergraph hour where we bring on Wyatt to do a developer release of mainnet 2.0. Now, for all of you, what that means in a developer release, what we are showcasing is the technology actually working. It is in a testnet environment. It is ready to go, but it's not ready for the entire community to adopt, which means productization needs to occur. And during the path of productization, we harden the technology. We put a layer of user experience. We put design. We truly productize it so that everybody can use it, which is a little different than a developer release. And so like everything we do at Constellation, especially on the Hypergraph Hour, we start with a developer release. We invite people into the testnet. As such, with mainnet 2.0, we'll be inviting all those people that have acquired $250,000 or 250,000 DAG and are ready to be a node. We're going to invite them into testnet. We've got a lot of campaigns going over for the course of about 5 to 6 months, where mainnet 2.0 is a huge, huge, huge release. I mean, this is essentially like a restart to this entire company. It is the technology re-envisioned. It's the technology that we envisioned 4 years ago. This is not something that just you hit a start button and it appears. This is something that has a rolling productization. There are so many features and functionalities coming out with mainnet that each one has its own pod, its own team that has to build out the business model around it, build out the productization. So what we're going to be showcasing at the end of September is truly the developer release. You're going to get first access to see us do cross-chain swaps. We're going to give you firsthand access to building a state channel and seeing it in a live environment. We're also going to invite a company that's been building their first state channel on Constellation. They're going to come in and demonstrate building a state channel and what they've done to date. So you're going to see a real company actually come in and show what they've been doing for the past couple of months in state channel development. So mainnet 2.0 will start at the end, the release will start at the end of September. It will have rolling productization coming out over several months. And you're going to see that in perpetuity. You're going to see new ways for nodes to come online and get involved as early as the beginning of October. So everything is on time. It is an absolutely amazing piece of technology that I'm proud to see our protocol team work so diligently to do, and now inviting new product people to come in and take it to the professional level that will take on the Uniswaps, the Ethereums, the Consensus, God, you name it, we're going to do it. So I'm really, really excited about that. So you can stop your chatter and speculating like you heard it from our mouth. You're going to see it at the end of September with an amazing demo from Wyatt, from one of the companies building the first state channel. They'll demo it, and then we'll be rolling out with ways for people that have acquired 250,000 DAG to get involved. So we're done with that. I'm over with that. You guys all good? You guys ready for this? So today we've been working behind the scenes to incubate another company. We started this incubation process where we white glove companies through the process of the entire token life cycle, a term that Matthias has really coined in the company. which walks a company through building out a white paper, expressing how Constellation and our technology is absorbed into the business, and develop a fundraising effort in crypto, and then creating true token liquidity. Alchemy is one of them. We have several behind the scenes that we are incubating at any given moment. We have a crash course 12-week program that we launched several months ago called the Accelerator Program, where about 34 different companies are going through the Accelerator Program that don't get that hands-on treatment, but they start to get an idea of what it's like to go through the transformation of becoming a cryptocurrency company. And so today is one of the companies we took under our helm. And when we say under the helm, I mean, we're getting in, the founders are involved, our tech teams are involved. We're providing a ton of visibility, as well as our experience into navigating these companies into becoming a true cryptocurrency company. And a lot of our vision at Constellation is taking real world businesses, the $88 trillion gross national product that's an aggregate of all goods and services and revenue across the world, with the $2 trillion crypto economy. Because we believe that providing a mix of technology and marketing and true tokenomics will create scalable businesses that can leverage the benefits of cryptocurrency, especially that with a protocol that has zero transaction fees, with real world businesses. And so today, I'm introducing a company that like I said, I keep saying I'm super excited about it, but their home base is in Venice, California. And I'm going to be inviting right now Sam and Sarah from Geojam, our next company that's being incubated in Constellation. So guys, come on in here before I begin. See their faces. We're in HQ. This is Sarah, obviously, and this is Sam, and this is Geojam. So we got introduced to Geojam actually through the community. So Geojam is a live app. They have a real world application. They've been in business for several years. They are already doing things around the influencer arena, influencer marketing. And so they are primed to create a true business on Constellation's Hypergraph. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Sarah and Sam. So Sarah, Sam, maybe each do a little introduction on yourself, and we'll get going.
Thank you so much, Ben. And thank you to all of the community for having us. We're super excited to be here. I'm Sarah. I have been an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old. I've had an exit before in the social media industry as well, but really found my passion in music sponsorships and experiential marketing, where I saw that there was just this huge gap in the market between artists, brands, and fans. And I really wanted to create a way that everyone can gain ROI in a really seamless way.
That's awesome. Hey, everybody, I'm Sam. So nice to meet you, Ben. Thanks for being here. Thanks for having us. We're so excited about this project. As Sarah, I'm a multi-time entrepreneur. I have been working in the music space since 2013. I used to run an accelerator as well, actually incubating startups in high-tech, high-growth space. So I've been working with startups for the better part of 12 years now, and super excited to be here and extremely passionate about this project and what we're doing and everything that we've built with Geojam as a company, and everything that we're going to be doing ahead on the blockchain. So we can't wait to share it with you guys.
So when we got introduced to these guys, I went on their application, and what really stuck out to me was that they were taking this evolution of social networking, and we can go back as far as like Napster and creating, music sharing online in 1999, all the way to MySpace. And if you remember, you had MySpace, you had music on your profile, which really kind of started the whole influx of social networking. And what was fun to see is that you guys already had a point system. You already had like real experiences, and God, you already had a business. Let's talk about what Geojam is. Tell me about some of your backers. I know our community is going to love to hear who you're involved with on the scene, and like what you're doing to disrupt social networking, because I think we all can agree that it's broken in so many ways.
Of course. I think that the power of crowds, of communities, is not being maximized. Crowds are people that are cheering at concerts. They're the ones that speak up for what they believe in, and they promote the things that we love, and the artists and the influencers and the creators. And so what we're allowing crowds to do is leverage their collective influence in a way that hasn't been done before to shape their experiences and build new opportunities, and really giving artists and fans a way to earn together. And so we've already built this really unique rewards-based economy on the Geojam platform. And essentially, it's the ultimate social media platform for music, and we're trusted by some of the world's top artists, including Mariah Carey, Machine Gun Kelly, 24K Golden, and even some crazy influencers and athletes as well. Like one of our investors was just at the Olympics. He's a 4-time world champion. And so we've worked with these creators. They really believe in what we're doing, and they're so excited to get involved, but we haven't had this monetary value to offer them. So it was really unique to be able to bring tokenization into Geojam, because we've already been able to do so much and have so many incredible experiences. But now just think what we can do if they were actually gaining economic value.
I mean, just to add to that, the concept of being rewarded for being a fan is something that we're so passionate about, right? So music fans are everywhere, all over the world. And our application is available in, I believe, 165 countries around the world now already. And we're just going to grow that with the blockchain, with Constellation's network and just our wide reach that we can have. And we're really, really excited. Social media for music is here, and we can't wait to share it with you guys and have everybody on this journey with us.
So when I met you guys were like renegades. You're like, let's get in, let's tear stuff up. And you had more energy than I've ever seen in this space. And when we started opening up the floodgates, what kind of like stuck out? Like, what were you guys looking for when you found us? I think it's a kind of a creative story. I'm like, that you've always wanted to do a cryptocurrency, but you weren't able to in many ways. And talk about some of that.
Yeah, I've been investing in cryptocurrency since 2015 and got into mining and a lot of different things. But I always saw that music was just like an industry that could be totally disrupted by blockchain and cryptocurrency, but wasn't really sure how to go about it. And that's why I started my sponsorship and marketing agency, to see how to gain that music industry experience and see how brands, and see all the gaps that exist with brands and influencers and creators and artists and fans. And so from there, I met Sam and I told him I want to build this on the blockchain, but it was like in 2017 and it was kind of a weird time. And he said like,
yeah, my notion was right away, it was kind of, we were coming out of the bull, entering the bear market back a few years ago, and everyone was doing their ICOs. That was like the hot word on the street. And, the idea was that we wanted to build this in a traditional way. We wanted to do the traditional fundraising route, and we've raised, quite a bit of money, a couple $1 million, thankfully, from a number of amazing angels and partners to build the platform and really just prove our concept to what it is today, and then meet an amazing partner like Constellation Network and Ben. And Ben, to answer your question, we were searching for you guys. Honestly, we knew that the time was right, and it was the beginning of this year that we identified. We said, this is our year. This is when we're going to tokenize. This is when we're going to go on the blockchain. And we had interviewed and met with a bunch of folks, but nobody gave us the feels, right? Like when you're building a company, entrepreneurship is a family. That's really what it's all about. And we met Diggles, and we met Ben, and we met Matthias, and these guys felt like family right away. And we know that they're helping us every single day. We're putting in all together. We're all putting in the hard work to make this happen. So we're really excited.
And, I mean, the Hypergraph and the fact that there's no gas fees is a huge thing, because we're having so many transactions occur within the Geojam platform, because it has to be very scalable for millions and millions of users. And so when that much like data is flooding through the system and so many fans are earning rewards and all of these different things, there's no way that we can run on Ethereum's blockchain.
Well, I love, what I really fell in love with this is I saw this as you guys just came out of the floodgates with a ton of metrics. You have tens of thousands of users, 165 different countries. But what you're bridging on this fandom is pretty amazing. Like, to be able to access artists in this capacity and influencers and athletes, I think it's pretty amazing. So talk through, like, I know a lot of these campaigns you have running, but talk through some of these experiences that people can get involved in it and things that you've done in the past.
Of course. I think it would be helpful if Sam brought it up on the screen for the community to see as well. But these experiences are really the heart of Geojam, and what we've created is just, we have an incredible team and we work with amazing artists that really just want to engage with their fans. And so we've done anything from be on a billboard with Machine Gun Kelly, where fans are competing on a leaderboard over a 2-week period to become his top fan, and then they get to be on a billboard with him on Sunset. and that's the way we launched with our MVP in October of 2020. And then we have like Skateboard with Nigel Houston, where you're actually going to his skate park, or FaceTiming with Mariah Carey on Christmas. Or we did one that was probably my favorite experience yet. And I know with our native token jam, we're going to be able to do so many more like this. But we took a fan on a private jet with 24K Golden, who's like one of the top 50 artists on Spotify right now. And he took them to his hometown and they had the entire day together. And it was just really, you can actually see, it was just so incredible for the fan and the artist to just be together all day. And they were just exchanging bracelets and all these things. But that interaction that happens in real life is what's really special to Geojam, but it can also happen within the platform, and fans can be rewarded and artists can earn like monetary gain from it. And that's really exciting.
So what do people have to do to win an experience when you feature one of these experiences?
So right now on the platform, fans are essentially sharing music, they're engaging, they're listening, they're promoting, they're doing all these different things to become really like tastemakers and curators and have a lot of friends and build these crowds. And that's like the most important thing. And so when they're getting all this engagement, that's when they can redeem something in our jam shop. We have two types of ways that you can redeem things. One is just through our jam shop, which has multiple different things. It has products, merchandise, and experiences. We're going to be going into digital goods as well and NFTs, but it really has like, we've done like a Machine Gun Kelly signed guitar, and like fans were spending 7 hours a day for 72 days straight to win this guitar. And so with digital goods, it's just going to increase engagement and the value of it. And so that's essentially how they're doing it now. And then we also host these competitions where there's leaderboards, where that's typically around like an artist album or something that they're trying to promote. And that will give you try to become the top fan essentially.
So how does Mariah Carey get involved? Tell us like a story of how she gets involved, or how Machine Gun Kelly has been involved. Like, it's pretty cool to have those names. I mean, I don't think anybody's been able to successfully do something at that scale in crypto. I mean, that's to us, when we heard that, is would they even be interested in crypto? And you guys are like, yes. I mean, like, what's kind of been your experience in working with them as like investors in your company, but also like how they see the kind of future of social networking?
Well, Mariah is the first artist that ever came on board. Her family invested in my previous startup that was a TikTok competitor in 2015, and I just kept the relationship. And finally, when we thought the product was at a good point, we got a meeting and she absolutely loved it. She's one of the most creative people I've ever met, and she loves connecting with her fans. They mean the world to her. And so that community, I've never seen fandom like that ever. They were spending, I think, like 12 hours a day every single day for 25 days of Christmas just to have the ability to FaceTime with her. And like her vinyls went off the shelf. And I think for her, she's really excited to get to the next level of what Geojam is going to be, and also create these, like, there's so many ideas she has around digital goods and things like that.
That's awesome. And you know, when we saw this, like, I know you guys have really focused on the music industry, and you guys have like a ton of inbound coming into you every day. Like, I mean, you're like hiring every day. You've got inbound, you've got so many campaigns. Like, talk about that process of your relationship with the music industry and how you guys think you can scale this way beyond music.
I mean, absolutely. This has, you know, the kind of legs that we really want. And Constellation, really, the technology allows us to take this, you know, anywhere, as you're saying, Ben, right? We've got, you know, athletes involved in this. We've got musicians. Music was just kind of something that Sarah and I and our whole team are so incredibly passionate about. That's where we wanted to start. You know, the idea of sharing music, right? We're all so used to, like, at this point, for the past decade, we're so used to sharing photos and videos and, you know, everything. But we feel that music is the most deeply emotional and passionate thing that you can have. And what you're listening to really depends on where you're at in your life. But really where this can expand to is the whole world, right? The concept of being able to be rewarded for being a fan, no matter what industry we're talking about, the concept of being able to purchase and connect with other fans that, you know, like-minded individuals and artists and celebrities. This is really cool. It's game changing. And yeah, we can't wait to see where this journey takes us. We're really excited.
Let's talk a little bit. So one of the fun things that has been like the transformation of you guys, you know, you have an existing line of business, and you've got all this momentum going on in the real world, like with artists. Talk about some of your process in becoming a cryptocurrency company with us. Like, can you kind of share some of like your experience day to day, the stresses? Because, you know, we see this and we're like, wow, you know, tens of thousands of users, great. They can all be cryptocurrency holders, like with the snap of the fingers. And, you know, we saw the jam points and we're like, wow, we can do so much more. But talk about your experience in navigating both a real world business and then starting to merge that with crypto.
Yeah, well, music is just something that we really felt like this is an industry that we can really shift in a new way, because with Spotify and Apple Music, they give you access to music, but that direct fan to artist relationship is lost. And that's what we're harnessing on the Geojam platform. And so when we think about access to these artists, access is one of the most exclusive commodities that you can get. And so when thinking about how the access can be exchanged on Geojam, you really start to think, okay, the access to these experiences, access to these merchandise and digital goods and products is really already creating scarcity. And then you have these staking pools that we're implementing as a second layer of scarcity. And that's really where we saw that there's just a very valuable thing for everybody involved.
You know, I gotta say, when we sat down and, you know, we went through the company and we went through this ideation phase together, it was probably some of the most fun that we had. And we looked at like DeFi and what DeFi had done, especially with like launch pads and staking pools. And that light came on for all of us. We're like, why don't we do staking pools for real world experiences as well? Mm-hmm. Like, talk through what you kind of envision, like rolling out, like dinners with cryptocurrency CEOs to mm-hmm. dinners with celebrities, and how does that look for you guys? So
dinner with Ben Jorgensen experience is coming. He agreed, by the way, he agreed to that. So that'll be coming soon for the whole crypto community. You guys are excited.
Yeah, we're going to do everything we're going to continue what we're doing. We have some really amazing artists coming up right now. We're also on a 50-show college tour around the country, and we have like 35 artists playing those shows, and they're playing to college students, and they're competing for a chance for 24K Golden to play at their frat house in the spring, which is really cool. And it's going to drive engagement for the entire platform. And so because of that attention and the user growth from that, we're able to attract more artists and more experiences. And then once we did this announcement today, it's going to be even more, we're just going to get more attention and more inbounds to create more of these experiences. But we want to do much more than just music. And so we're really going to harness the power of the crypto environment and the community and bring in crypto influencers and have them do things so that it's really exciting for everybody. And same with sports and television. But I think we're just getting started, and the private jet experience was just like a tip of the iceberg, and we're really excited for the next thing.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about this. So right now they have a 50 college tour going on, where you're playing concerts around the country. Like, that's not an easy thing to coordinate. Like, you have to have a team on the ground. Like, talk about that. What's going on? You guys showed me awesome pictures. I couldn't believe how many people were at these things. Like, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on with them?
Well, we talked to the social chairs. We work directly with 50 fraternities. We're partnered with them across the country. And essentially, we go to their school. We have all these different ways to collect data and get them involved and really harness the power of community within these fraternities, and then expand. And you see the network effect all over campus. And having these fraternities compete against each other is really exciting, because we have like 5 fraternities at University of Alabama. And so that competitive spirit is really going to get started. We're launching the competition next week. And it's just a huge opportunity for 24K Golden to play at their frat house, because his booking fee is outrageous for a fraternity.
Right. It's just access, right? Like, college tour is just another level of access that we can provide. You know, we've got, it's a semester long competition. So these shows are going to be going on through, you know, mid-December. Every week we're going to have prizes starting next week for the fraternity that has the highest engagement. So it's really a game, right? We're trying to gamify music discovery, music sharing, the whole kind of industry, and bringing it all together. And the beautiful thing is now, as it's constituted, as for anybody who's, you know, on the app, you're earning points, right? Kind of, we see them as an airline mile, but what Jam is going to really allow us to do is really take it to the next level, and to be able to actually earn currency. And so there's not many companies that can say that they're going to reward people with real, you know, something so real and so tangible, just for being themselves and doing what they do every day.
So one of, kind of going to like the renegade in you guys, I think that responds really well to our community is seeing kind of the renegades, the revolutionaries that are really disrupting the space. And, my past was, I was in advertising, and then I built an ad tech music-based platform where we took the entire catalog of music and dynamically placed it to drive new engagement. And I think it's an interesting evolution, not only of my personal story, but also seeing the evolution of Constellation. And one of our first companies that we incubated was disrupting the advertising industry. And, I thought about like, how would this relate with Geojam? How does that kind of play? How do they play ball? And I think, Sarah, last time we were together, you brought up like, oh, we too are disrupting the advertising industry. It's around experiences and how you disrupt traditional legacy businesses. We're not going to say any names out there in the music industry, but you were very passionate about how you were changing the whole dynamic around social network. Can you talk a little bit more of that approach and kind of your vision behind that?
Yeah, I am so passionate about disrupting the fact that you get interrupted. It just doesn't seem like at Geojam, we believe in rewards, not interruptions. And if you think about it, every time a brand is spending money, it's going directly to a conglomerate social media platform, but it really should be going in the hands of the people is what we think. And so if the brands are coming onto the platform, they should be rewarding their biggest fans as well, because word of mouth, dedication, loyalty, all of these things are coming from the fans, not a conglomerate social media platform. And so giving rewards over interruptions builds these evangelists for the brand. If you have the private jet experience powered by Coca-Cola, you're always going to remember that experience. And that is what we're trying to do and disrupt advertising in a way that we say, don't interrupt your fans, but actually make them love you and want to give back and promote you, because that's the most powerful form of advertising.
That and as I think we all know, that user generated content is the most powerful form of content that there is. You're going to trust something that comes from one of your peers, one of your friends. So when they're telling you to jump on something, or kind of, Ben, I think what you're referencing is some of the methods and tactics that we're going to be deploying in terms of actually bringing advertisers on that are not going to be in your face. They're actually really going to help contribute to the communities is really what's so exciting to us.
So you guys are going to get brands to purchase cryptocurrency in some way.
Correct.
Yeah, essentially buy cryptocurrency for the community.
That's right.
So so from a high level, I don't want to give details. We're still we got another date set aside for the white paper release, but give us a kind of a high level idea of how everybody kind of participates and makes, earns Jam token.
Okay, don't mean to be vague, but I will tell you. So on Geojam, I want to leave them wanting more. So on Geojam, you will be able to earn or buy jam on Geojam or on the exchanges. But the fact is that the fans are here to promote their favorite artists, engage, meet new people, be a part of a crowd that's passionate and learn more and just really have a shared interest. And then you have the artist or the creator who is there to engage with their fans and activate the power of the crowd, as well as earn monetary value. But the really beautiful thing about Geojam is that we're allowing fans and artists and creators to earn together and also gain value for experiencing moments together, which is one of our missions at Geojam. And so and then you have the brand aspect, which I'm so passionate about, because the brands can come in and be a part of these experiences and be a part of these promotions in a way that hasn't been done before. That's kind of like how you go to a music festival and you see the Heineken tent. We want to bring all of those experiences to the palm of your hand and bring access to those for the brands, for the fans, and for the creators.
And you guys are already doing it.
We're already doing it.
Hundreds of campaigns. You got so many things in the works. I don't know. I can't express how excited we are to be a part of this. I mean, Constellation has been such, as I set the foundation, like very deep tech, tough tech, data validation for the government. Now we're getting involved with tastemakers, influencers. You guys even like coined a new term. Well, you didn't. Well, you coined a new term that I was like, what is that? What would you got? Not it's
Creator,
like
creator.
the creator
economy,
the
right?
creator economy, which is moving beyond the influencer, which like you guys are really harnessing this evolution of the influencer that receives passive income for promoting a tweet at a hotel or an Instagram post. Like how do you guys define the creator economy, and how does it really kind of blossom with crypto?
So artists are creators, creators are artists. Anybody could really be a creator as long if you're creating something, people want to follow you, they want to be your fans, they want to promote you, they want to be a part of your crowd and your community on the Geojam platform or anywhere else. And so by harnessing that, we're really like reversing the creator economy by allowing both the fans that promote the creator and engage with the creator and the creator to earn together.
I think a very important point to mention as well is that we're not just working with, like, we have A-list celebrities and talent that are our partners, but that's definitely not where the buck stops with us, right? The idea is that we want to allow everybody the opportunity. So if you're an up-and-coming artist, we have an emerging artist program actually that you can check out on our website. But the idea is that we want to harness the power of the community, right? It's all about the power of the community, the crowds, to really, to shine a new light onto some emerging artists and to some up-and-coming artists, and we have to give them the same kind of abilities that the artists that are signed to major labels have right now, like, the Warners and the Sonys of the world, that not necessarily everybody does. So we're going to be able to shine a really bright light on that. And we're so excited. So I see some of the comments and questions coming up. I mean, we are here for everybody, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what kind of music you make. We are not genre specific. We are here to help everybody and give everybody a technology platform to connect and to grow and to discover every music.
Man, I love it. I couldn't think of a more natural fit. And I laugh because it's so different than what we normally do and what our ecosystem is like. But at the same time, everybody just wants to have fun. And I say this at our company internally. I say this when I talk with other entrepreneurs, is like, what is the end goal of all of this? Is to like have fun. Is it financial freedom gives you more fun? Is it engaging with their community? Like some of our community members creating the memes and GIFs and images, they inspire us. And here we have, and so I think it's such a natural evolution to the Constellation story to bring that fun engagement into our ecosystem. So I can't thank you guys enough for wanting to do this with us. And like, it's challenged us in different ways, and it's going to push our community in ways for them to get involved with so many A-list celebrities to actually partake in their future and benefit their future. And I think that's such an amazing way that you bridge decentralized financing with the creator economy. God, that's a lot of different terms. I just like, what?
Exactly.
So I don't know. I love all of this, and there's so much more to come. Before I kind of end this episode, do you guys have any thoughts? Anything you want to like leave everybody before we go into Telegram and start answering some questions?
I cannot wait to hear all of your questions and feedback, because it's really all about the community, and we're here to build this with you guys and with the creators and the artists. And so I'm so excited to get on Telegram and see what all of you are saying and how you feel about it, so that we can improve, and we're just here for you to build it.
100%. What you see in the App Store right now is version 1.0, right? It's the first iteration of the app. We cannot wait. We've got so many amazing, plans ahead in terms of our development roadmap, not just on the blockchain side, but on the user experience, the user interface. So in the coming months, bear with us. Please give us your suggestions, kind of what you guys would like to see. We're building this for everybody. We're really excited to be on this journey with Ben and the Constellation team and all of you. So thank you guys for supporting, and we can't wait.
Well, guys, I say this for our entire community. Like, this is going to be a fun ride. It's already been a fun ride. You've made you make our days really fun. Where I start my mornings with the DoD, I'm shifting over to talking about influencer marketing. I actually shared that with the DoD today. I was like, hey, we're also on the other side of the spectrum. We're doing all of this. And they're like, wow, it's so mind blowing, the world we live in. But I think that's a testament to the power of this community, the power of this technology. And it's just awesome. There's so much to come with you guys. So this week, is really kind of the debut and introducing you to the community, building out the community, starting to get those questions flowing, getting people to use your application, see that you have real things going on, which is a shocker for most people in blockchain, in crypto, and soon to come, we'll be releasing a white paper and more information on the Jam token.
That's right.
Exactly.
All right,
Can't
so
wait.
guys, without further ado, should we go to the Telegram and answer any
Let's
questions?
do it. Should we grab the Q&A down there?
We'll answer that all in Telegram.
Oh, okay. Sounds great.
Mhm.
Awesome.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thank
See
you.
you soon.
Take care, everyone.